clapping at you, and you're getting the best out of whatever you've done in life. So this is going to be a practical session. So have a pen and a paper, as I told you, and be fully attentive. Sit and attend this session. I don't want you to lie down and take it very lightly. So I want you to really, sit erect and take note of today's session, and take a decision, and also course correction. Now for that, I'll be giving you a lot of pointers today, and I want you to truly sit down and take a decision. And only then you will see a new you in 1 year's time. So exactly a year from today, I'm sure you'll feel proud of attending today's session. Today's session is going to be a game changer in most of your lives. So let's first start with a saying by Michelle Obama. She said, "Your success will be determined by your own confidence and fortitude." So there is a story, I'm sure most of you might have heard about this story. Michelle and Barack Obama, they go to a restaurant. And as they go to the restaurant, what happens is they are planning what to order. So at that time, Barack is, going through the menu, and then he's, ordering a few stuffs. And then he's passing on the menu card to Michelle and asking her, "What would you like to have?" And by that time, Michelle actually says, "Just excuse me," and she wants to use the washroom. So she just goes to the washroom. And by the time, she comes back, the food is already on the table. And she's wondering, like, how come whatever she likes and whatever she wanted to order was already on the table? And Barack was also confused because he had not ordered anything. And by that time, the owner of the restaurant, he comes and says, "Hi." And Michelle says, "Oh, he was my ex-boyfriend. And, I know him from so long." And he says, "If you had married me, you would have been the owner of this restaurant," because she went on saying that, nice food, nice ambience, and all that stuff. And at that, Michelle said, "Bad luck. If you had married me, I would have made you the president of the USA." So that's confidence, right? So you never put yourself down, and you always see what you are capable of. And that is how you build up your confidence. So confidence means feeling sure of yourself and your abilities, which means you know what you are and what you're going to put forth. Not in an arrogant way, not in a way which would be hurting others, but in a very realistic, in a very secure way. And confidence isn't about feeling superior to others. It is not like, I am the best. No. It is a quiet inner knowledge that you are capable of something. And that is the power. And confident people, if you see, they're ready to face everyday challenges. Maybe like when your staff enters and then, she or he says, "You're having a sudden test or a surprise test today." This does not, challenge the confident people. They are like, "Oh yes, why not? I did my studies yesterday." Performances, maybe you're in a party, there is nothing rehearsed there. And suddenly some music comes up and, you're so confident about the dance and you're just dancing. Or you're all in a excursion and you're all going in a van or train or whatever the vehicle is. And you're all just deciding to sing, and you very confidently take up and you start singing. So this is an everyday challenge. And then, of course, for competitions, I'm sure your college, I have myself come to your college many a time. So when there are some college, not only studies, extracurricular, because see, we believe in a holistic giving to a student. So you have academics, you have, scientific, which means in terms of your professional caliber. Then you have your maybe extracurricular in terms of culturals, and then you have your sports also. So all together, it is just not that you're proficient in one. Anything, confident people are ready to go ahead. So now let's understand what is the difference between arrogance and confidence then. So arrogance means in an offensive display of superiority or self-importance. Every time it is I, me, myself, that is what is arrogance. However, confidence on the other hand is a feeling of trust in one's abilities, qualities, and judgment. Arrogant people will rarely own up their mistakes. They will always say, she did it, or I didn't do anything, or that was wrong, something like that. They'll always push the ball on somebody else's court. They will never say, I made a mistake. Confident people aren't afraid of admitting their mistakes. They admit the mistakes and they are willing to learn from their mistakes. They'll say, yes, I did something wrong there. I was not confident about myself in that particular situation. But then if you can tell me, I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to understand and learn better. So that is what confident people will do. Arrogant people are often, they act as though they are superior to others. They like to be bossy around people. I know it and I know it better than you and only I can do it. That is the kind of arrogance which people show. However, confident people do not act as though they are superior to others. They're very calm, contained, but still they know that they are good or, they have the power. Arrogant people like to brag about their skills, abilities, and achievements. They do a lot of talking on that. However, confident people have no need for bragging. People will talk about them. They will say, oh, she's good. She's nice. She's a nice human being. They would talk about you. Arrogant people always try to demean others and then their achievements. So if I have to go up, then I have to pull 10 people down. Those are the arrogant people. Confident people do not try to demean others' achievements. If somebody has done good, they would go up and say, hey, you did a great job. Many a times, if you see the first and the second person, they will always be, running on very tight marks or something like that. But suppose the second, rank holder comes first this time. And if the first rank holder goes and tells the second one, hey, you did it very well. I'm so proud of you. I know I did some mistakes and, I'm so happy that you made it this time. It gives me a chance to improve myself. So beautiful when you see things like that. So those are the confident people. In fact, there was a race. I'm sure you must have seen this in WhatsApp also. So there was a race when many nationality people were running and, the person who was coming first, he did not know where the finish line is. And he was asking in his language. He did not know the common language. And the person who was coming second, he understood that this person does not understand. And he understood that he was trying to say the finish line. As he was running, he pushes this first person and he pushes him past the finish line. So at that time, the interviewers come and ask him, why did you have to do that? You could have just run and you would have won the prize. He'll say, yeah, I might have won the prize, but what will I go and tell my mother today? That I, raced a person who was already first and I stole his seat. What will I tell my children tomorrow? So, confident people are so happy with what they achieve. That is also very important. Arrogant people are not good team players. I'm sure in your college also, you have a lot of football, cricket, and lots of team playing games. So you should know how to be very confident about yourself. Maybe you're a good runner or an athlete. That is one game which you're a single sport. And then you have a relay race where you will have to run with 3 other people and you have to pass on the baton. Or in a cricket where you all have a role to play. Each of you, if you play your role the best, then imagine the team is also going to be the best. That's very important. And confident people make excellent team players. They say, oh, you're going to do this and I will do this. And together we'll make the picture perfect. They'll be like parts of a puzzle. Arrogant people often show their insecurities and fear, and that is why they show their superpower or overpowering people. They are scared within. Many a times it happens. They will say Tolil Ragasyam, right? They will not teach everything. They will want to hold on to something. So that is what is arrogance. But confident people always, they have that confidence from within. So there is a lot of self-assurance from within. So confidence is the most beautiful thing you can possess. That's very important. It's the most beautiful thing because it comes from within. And it will be shown in every activity of yours. That's very important. Now let us understand who are we, because we're talking about ourselves, we're talking about confidence within ourselves. So let's realize who are we. You should in fact write, who am I? Don't say you're somebody's son, somebody's daughter, somebody's wife, husband. No. Who are you? What will this world remember you as? So are they going to remember you? You're short, tall, you weighed so much kilos, you were of this color, complexion, you're of this age, you won so many trophies, you are like a doll, beautiful, you are not stupid, you're not an image, you're not an advertisement. So who are you? So let's realize who are we first. Maybe you should write down who you are. Because when you know from where you need to start, then only you will know where you need to go. Today, if you take your cell phone and say, I want to go to a place, and you want to know the route, it'll ask you, first question, where are you? And where is your destination address? And then it'll give you 2-3 routes. It'll say shortest route, fastest route, things like that. So you need to understand where you are first. So let us understand where we are first. So let's write these questions and start thinking about these answers. Okay. What are the qualities you like about yourself? What do you think you are different or you are special? So please write down those qualities about yourself. Next, what are the things you do well? So, each of us have a passion. I don't know what works well for all of you. I have no clue. But I know, and I'm sure Naveen must be there anywhere in this forum. And I have interacted with Naveen, who is a student of TANUVAS. And whenever I went, he was very smiling and, very approachable, very appreciative. He used to come and tell me, ma'am, your lectures are good. And incidentally, both of us follow each other at Insta. And then he sang well. And as I just saw, I said, hey, Naveen, you're singing so beautiful. So nice. And he shared some more songs of his. So this is how it is. So what are the things you do well? I'm not only talking about education or studies. It could be anything. So identify your skills. I think somebody wants to talk. Yes.
No, Dr. Vidya is something else there. You can unmute yourself and talk. I have muted everyone. Now you can unmute yourself and talk.
Yeah. I just unmuted myself. Just tell me if you can see my screen again.
Please. Okay.
Okay. So what are the things you do well? Very important. Right? So once you understand what are the things you do well, then it becomes very easy for you to take it to the next level. And you need not have, you need not know everything in all fields. In each of the field, there might be somebody who's better than you. Then you can go and ask them, will they be ready to teach you? Are you ready to mentor me? You can go and ask them. So in that particular field, they will mentor you. They also might not be good in everything. So in whichever field you want to excel, you need to go and ask them whether they will take you in their, cocoon, so that they can try to grow you through their conversations with you or whatever time they spend with you. Next, very important is, what are the areas so far you have been appreciated for? Another very important question. So you should understand what are the areas you have been good, and then you remember all those places where you got a certificate of appreciation, or maybe you got an award somewhere. All of us are capable. It is not like God did not make any one of us less. I'm sure each of us have something good. So if you want to start building up your confidence, you should first start from the first step. First, identify who you are and what are you good at and what have people appreciated you for. Next, what are the reasons your family or your close friends like you? Write down their names and think why they like you. So when you do this exercise, you will start feeling like, hey, I'm not so bad. I'm okay. I'm good. From there is when the seed of confidence starts. Now, once you have got that seed of confidence, next you have to hone it. You have to polish that seed, right? So first, visualize your confidence. So you can stand in front of the mirror, probably talk, and imagine that you're talking to a person who has already achieved. You can even close your eyes and do that exercise. So you know where you are right now, and you want to go and you want to become a better person. And you're imagining that you've already become that better person. And you're thinking what all you wanted in life you're getting when you're that confident person of yourself. Now, you yourself sit and backtrack. They say starting with the end in mind. So you know the end. So then you can understand, okay, if I have to go there, then I have to be good at this. I have to be good at this. So write down those points, those steps also. And then start again. Just give me a second. Hello. Yes. Can you call me after half an hour? Thank you. I'm sorry. So we understand that we need to visualize that confidence and we need to take a step back. And as you backtrack, as you get back, then you will be able to understand what is the first step you need to do, because you would have done this planning. Many a times when somebody else does the planning, that is when you don't believe that you can do it. But when you have done this, then everything is fine, because you need to have a roadmap, right? Next is fill your life with motivation. Whatever you do, you should be happy and passionate about that you're doing this. Now, when you go and you become that person, will you be really happy then? Now, if you're going to be happy, then you have to fill yourself with motivation right now to reach there. You can't say, oh, I can't do it, but I still want to reach there. You can't give excuses also, right? So you have to have that focus then. Next is say yes more often. Whenever there is an opportunity, grab the opportunity. Because there is a saying which says opportunity meets preparedness. So what is preparedness? Which means I am doing my work on a daily basis. Only then anything comes, you can say, yeah, I can get that done. No problem. But if you're already procrastinating, then it looked like a huge work to do, because suddenly there's something else come, right? Every day you should have at least 10 to 20% allowance for this kind of added jobs. Imagine when you're traveling, say if you're traveling from Chennai to Trichy and you plan to go by your car, you're taking your family along. Will you just take the car and start? No, right? You would give it first service. You will see if all the tires are fine. You'll put petrol and keep it, and you will have a stepney. And if you don't know how to use a stepney, you will learn that part. Correct? Because whatever happens in the middle, you are trying to prepare yourself. Correct? You're not wishing for something to happen. But if something happens, or when something happens, you are ready to face it. That is very important. Next, create and embody an alter ego, which means when you are thinking, you always think what the other person will think, thinking from other person's shoes. And you're not nervous, you're excited, you're very happy. I'm very happy when I come every week twice and I talk to all of you. I'm not nervous. Initially, I was quite skeptical because, how am I going to connect with you all? Because I can see you only through a, laptop thing, and will you all be able to understand what I'm trying to say? And then I realized you are able to understand, right? Because more than 100, 120 people are there on this platform today. It really makes a difference. And there is a YouTube link which comes, and then I don't know how many more people are going to get benefited. And it is not only people in Chennai or Egmore. It is from Varadanadu, Namakkal. So many people, they are coming and listening to the lecture. So it really makes a difference, right? So the more excited you are, the more will you be able to share. Next is create a power playlist. Now, what does that mean? You should have a kind of this, and then after that, and then after that, till you sign up till the end. And celebrate small wins or small victories. They say smell the roses all the way. I guess somebody's audio is on. You can be courteous enough to keep it off because it will not, impact the other people's listening. So celebrate your wins. They say smell the roses all the way. What does that mean? Taking each day at a time and enjoying your every small step towards your victory. It does not mean enjoying every day. Please understand. With your path to success, you have a point A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, till you reach your S or success point. So once you reach A, you're celebrating your success. You're reaching B, you're celebrating your success. Next is to focus on your strength. You know who you are. And we have something called the Swot Principle: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So you focus on your strength. What are you good at? And as I told you in the beginning, posture matters. See that your shoulders are open, your spine is erect, and sit erect. The moment you slouch, your confidence goes. The moment you have your shoulders erect, it makes it look good. Imagine you're in an interview. If you have a good posture, you're going to get good marks. These are called soft skills, people skills. Next, put a smile. A smile is something which is priceless, my dear friends. When you put a smile, the other person looking at you will also smile back. And you can dress the part also. Dress up well. Dress up again. When you dress up, you will yourself feel confidence. Imagine how you used to feel when it's your birthday. You're taking a step up and you're trying to dress well that day. Imagine you're doing it every day. It will definitely make a difference. So confidence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But this is very important. Now we spoke about being confident. Now how to become more confident? Because some of you will say, ma'am, I'm confident. I don't think I'm not confident. I'm confident. But then I want to become more confident. Then what do I do for that? So to become more confident, You have to stop comparing with others and start focusing on yourself. He is better than me, he's taller than me, he can do this, he can do that. Imagine in an Olympic game for the runners, one person is saying, oh, that guy is taller than me, so he can take longer stride. That means, what are you trying to say? You're saying you're not good enough. So when you focus on your strength and you hone on your strength and try to identify your weakness and try to work on your weakness, that is when you will get better than that person. You can't sit and cry to God and say, oh, you made him tall, you made me short. It's not going to work out that way. Right? Next. Many a times I have seen people get stressed. And they get stressed for sometimes, nothing in life also. When you listen to them, you will feel like, oh, why are you getting worried on this? It's okay. Tomorrow we'll see. Like that, you will feel like telling them. But for them, it is a very big thing. So how do you de-stress, or how do you relax and go with the flow? First of all, understand there are certain things in your control and there are certain things not in your control. So whatever is in your control, you need to take up ownership for that. You can't give excuses and get rewards. Please choose what you want. You want excuses or you want reward? You want reward, stop giving excuses. Next, love yourself. You are a gift and nothing would be the same if you didn't exist. This is something which I would love to tell all the students here. See, even we studied college, we studied school, we came out. We also had friends. Maybe we did good, maybe they didn't do that well. But today I find more number of children are stressed. They're not confident at all about themselves. Many a times they write that 10th standard, they write that 12th standard exam, but they're not confident about the results. And because of that, 1 week or 1 day before the result, they commit suicide. Now, I'm not here to question why they took that decision. And many a times they clear the exam also. So it's okay if you fail. Failure is a stepping stone to success. But don't say, I won't do anything and I will fail. Don't say like that. Put in your hard work. And understand you are a very precious thing. And you are a gift. Once you start loving yourself, you will be able to spread love to others. And be positive always. Mentally, physically, everything. Even when you speak very positive. And always try to look good in people. If you want to complain, you can write people's name and write a list of complaints. And then you will look at the complaint thing and you will say, you see, that is why nothing is happening in my life. The moment you shift that focus and then you see that person is so good. Let me write what I like in this person and just show that paper to that person. Makes, a world of difference to that person. Do what you love, because life is too short to waste your time doing anything otherwise. Whatever you're doing, if you don't feel happy doing it, if you feel, a fish out of water, you're not comfortable, then don't do that. Okay? As Eleanor Roosevelt said, you gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. Which means if some challenges come, you're facing it head on. You're looking at the challenge head on. And you're able to say to yourself, I lived through this horror. I can take the next thing that comes along. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. This means you're coming out of your comfort zone and facing challenges head on. Today it is this challenge, tomorrow something else will come. You think life is not going to be a challenge? It is. For a 3-hour movie, you want all the masala there to enjoy the movie. You want the hero to show some heroism and, bash up people, sing with the heroine, be the good person. Then who are you? Aren't you the hero of your life? I'm not asking you to go bash up people, but bash up the bad qualities within you. And that is very important. And then, discover the new you. That's very important as you walk through. So, where is confidence? If you ask me, there are lots of negativity around. That's anger, skepticism, anxiety, pessimism, weakness, doubt, despair, fear, worries. Where is confidence? Probably you need a magnifying glass to see that small confidence from inside you to peek out. And then you can see the confidence outside. So write down the next. What are the situations which are stopping your growth right now? It could be situations, it could be people, it could be anything. What do you think, in your opinion, that is why my growth is not happening? Then identify who are the negative people in your life. You are not good for anything. You can't do this job. They always pull you down. Identify them and stay away from them. So let's do an exercise. So close your eyes, friends, and think about all those negative people in front of you. Bring them in and imagine them in front of you. Now they are looking at you and you are looking at them. You remember all those negative things they told you and you were not happy at that time. So what can we do now? We are going to tell them, thank you. And I'm moving away because I don't want this negativism in my life. Shake hands, be at peace with them, and say, take care. Walk away. Do this to every person who is bringing negativity into your life, who's making you feel low. And when you're finished with all of them, gently take a deep breath. And open your eyes. Make peace with the negative people, but stay away from them. Now you will say, oh, doc, every day morning my mother comes and says the room is dirty, this is not there. I don't like that negative things. So you should understand who are the people who add value to your life. You have done something wrong and that is why they are trying to course correct you. They have good interest in you. They want to see you grow. It could be your teachers. They'll say, you're not doing this well, you're not studying well, study better. Those are not negative people. Those are people who are investing their time in your, goodwill. So identify those people who are adding value to your life. Now let's do another exercise. Close your eyes again. And remember at least 5 people right now and bring them in front of you. Smile at them, shake hands with them, and say thank you for being a part of my life. and for course correcting me and bringing out the best in me. Because when you course correct me, I get better with life. I become a better person. Thank you. And then go on to the next person. Once you complete with all the 5, shake hands with them, thank them for being a part of your life, and then take a deep breath. And open your eyes. So you need to acknowledge people who add value to your life. And sometimes these people need not be even alive. So forget people whom you have not seen. And that is why you will see many people looking into a lot of TED Talks and podcasts and, having some mentor who are ready to add value to their life. Very important. Now, how many hours in a week are you ready to spend time with your people who are adding value to your life? That is another very important thing. So once you start spending time with them, you start imbibing their characters, and then you become a better version. So they say there is only so much which can be taught. The rest has to be caught. So that is why in those days, Gurukulam used to be there. Teachers used to teach them, and they used to lead by example. And the students or the Gurukul, the students, they used to learn that Guru, Shishya, that kind of a education transfer used to happen. So think in your mind, how many hours in a week are you ready to spend time with them? Now, what are the 10 ways to reduce negativity in your life? Don't take other people's negativity seriously. If they are saying something, see if there is any truth in that. If there is, fine. If there is not, don't take it seriously. Spend more time with positive people. And be the positivity that you want to see in the world. That's very important. And change the way you think. If a situation is there in front of you and you're thinking negative about it, change your focus, think positive. And always be a part of the solution. Imagine there is a lab work and you had some pipette or something in your hand, glass tube, something. And you were going with the result to your teacher, and one student by mistake hit you and you fell and the pipette or the glass tube broke. So all your experiment is on the floor. Obviously, you're not going to be happy, you're going to be angry, right? But then focus on the solution. First ask, are you okay? You fell down. Lift that person up. And then you can redo the experiment, or it depends on your teacher. So focus on the solution. Don't get up and immediately hit the other person. Find out what happened. Many a times we, react more than we respond, and that is why we get fogged. We don't have any clarity on the solutions. We get mind flogged. Nothing comes into our mind, no clarity, right? Next, show you care. That is very important. Right now, Olympics is going on, and the beautiful video just got released about 5-10 minutes before I started the lecture, and I watched it. It's so beautiful. And they were talking about how love bonds between the athletes of different religion, different countries. And that is what is true sportsmanship. So show you care. At the end of the day, you're a human being. You're not a number. Number one. I don't understand that. It's not about numbers here. And accept that life has its ups and downs. Accept challenges and live in the present. This is my present situation. This is how I am. How can I be the best? And let go and move on. If somebody has done something, okay, fine, leave it, go, take care, move on. That's the way to reduce negativity. Whatever you say, I can't, say I can do it right now. Replace every can't with can. Now we have 5 ways to boost your self-confidence. So we said, let's get it a little. Now we are going to put a booster dose. I'm sure all of you know about the immunization technique, right? So you give injections and then there is a booster dose. So I'm going to give you a booster dose to boost your self-confidence. Compare yourself to people that are inspiring you to be the best version of yourself. So when you compare, think about a person who's better than you and how you want to ape that person. Listen to your positive inner voice and take that action. And talk to yourself like you would talk to someone that you love. Always don't be a very self-critical person. And take good care of yourself. Eat well, sleep well, dress well, feel well. And create boundaries for yourself. Create a boundary beyond which no other person has a right to enter to hurt you. Very important. So then your confidence level will jump from fear to building up, to becoming steady, to becoming strong, to become the invincible version of you. And if you ask me, is it easy? Maybe. You will start practicing and then you might see some improvement. And then you keep practicing and your confidence grows. And then you again have to start practicing. And this is a visual cycle. One should always avoid negativity and try to get surrounded by positivity to do much better. Self-confident people should always be careful not to become overconfident. Every person should have self-confidence because it is essential for us to have confidence in us for doing any work. We all should have faith in ourselves, and that will become the reason for our success. So say you can do it. Say, I will do it. I'll make it happen for myself. Be confident in yourself and believe that you're a winner, because your self-confidence will make you unstoppable. And what you think of yourself is more important than what others think about you, because the others might say something and go away, but you are talking to yourself on a daily basis. Self-talk is so important, and keep practicing positive self-talk. So even whatever you're confident, let that show off. Be that bigger, mightier version of yourself. So what are the 10 ways to boost your confidence? List your strength, accept your limitations. Don't always say, I should have done that, I should. Don't say that. So don't write should. Say, I have done it. There's a difference in that word. And gain some perspective. See, you have a way of doing things. Somebody else might have some other way of doing things. Learn what they are doing. Find out. And do what is the best for you. And try something new. Be ready to challenge yourself and celebrate your wins. Practice positive self-talk. Accept compliments. Many a times when somebody compliments, they say, oh, I didn't do that well. I could have done better. Don't say like that. When somebody is complimenting you, say, oh, thank you. I'm so happy or glad you liked it. Thank you. And show others how to treat you. Only if you treat yourself with respect, others will treat you with respect. And be kind to yourself. Don't punish yourself for things which is not worth it. Right? I'm going to show you a video right now.
What does attitude mean to you? Attitude, according to me, is to put your best foot forward at all times, at all situations. Personally, I've gone through a lot in life. I lost my husband 20 months back, but I always say, never give up. And then I feel his mind goes.
So never give up, my dear friends. I hope all of you have your confidence level very high, and keep working on yourself, because that's the best way you can get out of your comfort zone and bring out the best in you. Many people asked me for my YouTube channel last time. So it is Team Red Rockstars, Dr. Vidyaa Smile Dental Clinic. My number is 98401 76088. So thank you. And I'm going to come out so that I can chat with you. So there's already questions on the, okay. Yeah, so any questions, I'm open.
Thank you, Dr. Vidya, for an enlightening session on building up confidence. And we have with us our Director of Center for Animal Production Studies, Dr. Om Prakash, also here. So, sir, would you like to add something? Okay, so before he joins, maybe there is a question. Ma'am, how to tackle overconfidence?
So first we need to understand who we are, right? And then we understand what our flaws are. Okay.
Sir, maybe after our explanation you can talk, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Vidya, carry on, please.
Okay, so first you understand who you are. Second, you try to understand a very important aspect of your strength. Now, a person who is self-analyzing themselves, understanding their strength and their weakness. I told you the SWOT, right? Strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. So when you understand your strength and your weakness, and you're trying to balance that, and you also understand the opportunities and make use of that, and the threats associated with it, you can never be overconfident, because you will always be grounded. You will only be humble, because you know what you don't know. Many a times we can fool others, right? You can say, I know everything, but actually only you know what you don't know. So the moment you are grounded, you will never be overconfident. But then, how do you identify that you're overconfident? Overconfident and arrogance has a very thin line. So I don't want to go back to that slideshow where I showed you detailed about arrogance. So when you think only you can do it and nobody else in the world can do it, and you are superior, then you have moved from overconfidence to arrogance, and which is wrong. So that is the answer.
Okay. Now I request our Director of Animal Production Studies, Dr. Om Prakash, sir, to add few points or your feedback on the talk, sir.
Yeah. Dr. Vidya Hari. Note from beginning to the end, I see. And we take it even now, all your advisors. Though we have put a lot of experience, the SWOT analysis we do in our life as well as in our day-to-day, but the thing is, we find little time. Maybe I am not saying that, to think back and sit and think back. And now, at least for this half an hour, I was thinking back and retrospectively, what I am, what I was, what I shall be. And it was so beautiful. And now I can see what I am. So where should I go? And at least for the next 2 years of my profession. And I think this is very useful for the students, especially. So faculty and faculty are there. I think so many faculty are watching. And as you told, it's only a small silver line between the confidence and overconfidence. So that is the major show changer between the confidence and overconfidence. If you're confident and humble, definitely you will be succeeding in your life. That is the advice to my fellow faculty members. Thank you very much. It was very useful.
Thank you so much, sir. I mean, this is like really a blessing to know that it was useful for senior faculty members also. I have been with TANUVAS now, I can say, for a few months, and Dr. Shankaran has been, trying to conceptualize a lot of things for the students category. And thanks to the pandemic, thanks to, the Zooms, and thanks to this kind of a media, where we have been able to connect beyond cities. And I think, that is the best part. So otherwise, I wouldn't have known many of you on this forum. So today, I have great friends, and I can only thank God for that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your nice
Thank
and
you. Thank you.
encouraging words. Thank you, sir.
I can see Lokesh raising his hand. So Lokesh, if you want to ask, you can ask questions.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Lokesh.
Thanks for the speech, ma'am, about self-confidence.
Thank you.
Ma'am, my problem is when the new situation comes or a problem comes to me in daily life, first I focus on the negative things, what I don't have, how to overcome it, ma'am.
So Lokesh, first we will learn some vocabulary today, okay? From today, from this moment, never ever use that word called problem, okay? Say challenge instead of problem,
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
So that's the first thing. Never tell a situation, if it is not to your liking, as a problem. Tell I have a challenge, because you can overcome challenge. Okay, that's the first thing. Second, I am going to tell you a story, Lokesh, and I want you to understand from the story, and then still if you have something to ask, I will answer, right? I saw
Okay,
Jivika also raising the hand. Jivika, I'll come back to you. Let me finish with Lokesh first. So this is a true story. So in Japan, everybody likes to eat fish, and they eat fish for morning breakfast, for afternoon lunch, for evening dinner. This is normal. They love eating fish. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Then one person felt like, the fish is not tasting nicely nowadays. So they were analyzing, and then they found out that these people go to the deep sea, take the fish, and put it in the boat, and then come back, and immediately sales happens. Because everyday consumption is there, no? So there's no stale fish. But then he realized that 4 hours of that transportation from the ocean to the person is causing that fish to not taste that well. So they were thinking about what to do about this. So what they did in that boat, they created a tank. And in the tank, they filled water, same seawater, so that the fish will be fresh. They did this, it did taste better, but it was not very nice. It was not that taste which they enjoyed earlier. So then a person said, let's add one shark, the baby shark, into this water. The moment they added that, the other fishes were fighting for their life. They know, no? So they never felt they were out of the ocean. And that became the game changer. So all the fishes, whoever they had caught also, they put in that. And the fishes started tasting much better now. So the problem got solved, rectified. Now let's take the analogy to human beings like you and me. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
You want an extraordinary life in every field. but you don't want to do anything extra. What is that extra? That extra is something which other people will wean away or run away, where this one person who's confident will move forward. They say in English, removing the wheat from the shaft. So if you go to the farmlands, after they take the wheat, they will hit. The shaft will come separately, the wheat will fall down, and then they collect the wheat. So they say taking the wheat from the shaft. So that is how you have to understand yourself. So when situations come in life, you ask yourself, your adrenaline gland, right? Fight or fright? You want to fight it or you want to run away? Who is Lokesh? Ask
I want to
yourself.
fight it now.
Great. So never now you will say that there's a challenge. Your mind will only look towards solution. It will not look into the negativity of the challenge.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
That's great, Lokesh. Jivika, I saw you raising your hand.
Thank you, ma'am.
I can't see you right now, but if you are there, please post your question.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Jivika.
Thank you for this wonderful speech, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Jivika.
Ma'am, I'm always focusing negative things in all the time, ma'am. How to get out of it, ma'am?
I just did a small exercise for you on, not to focus on the negativity, right? So what are the situations which are trying to make you feel on negativity? Who are the people who are trying to make you feel negative? Make a note of this, acknowledge that, and then work on it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay?
Okay,
Do
ma'am.
it, and still if you have issues, you can always ping me. I have you have my number, right? So you can ping me.
Okay, ma'am.
There is a question here. I'm not able to see the person's name. It says Jaya. I don't know after that who, but
Jaya
nevertheless.
Kritika. Jaya Kritika.
Okay, Jaya Kritika. So Jaya, your question is about dressing up. Okay, and talking in terms of the poor. So this is definitely a very, very, very important thing. How do you dress up? Okay. I don't know in which forum I spoke, because almost in a week I'm giving lectures. So I don't know which forum I spoke this. But in your wardrobe, you will have 3 different categories of clothes, or you have to divide them into 3 categories of clothes. So when you divide itself, you can have a category of clothes which is a casual wear. That is a wear which you will wear every day. That's your casual wear. Then you can have a wear which you will wear probably when you are attending a kind of a nice meeting, or you're going out for food or dinner or something like that. And next is what you wear for a very big function, maybe a marriage. So divide your clothes into those. Everyday clothes, wear your casual. Some big thing in your college or some cultural event, wear the second set. And for any day you want to feel the best, you wear the grand one. Investing on your sense of dressing is very important. See, we are in Tamil Nadu, so I hope all of you will understand Tamil. Aal padi, aadai padi, which means your dress speaks. So it is important for you to concentrate on your clothing, the way you look. It is not about money. It is not about money. You can be very stylish by just wearing very simple clothes. Style is nothing but attitude with which you carry your clothes. It is not the cost or the how expensive that dress is. You can wear something very less expensive, but you can look your best if you put in 2 things. One is a smile, second is the attitude with which you want to portray yourself. Next is Srinidhi is asking, ma'am, is nervousness due to lack of confidence? Maybe yes. Nervousness means that, you are scared. What will somebody say if you did not do well? Maybe that is the reason. So if that is the reason, then you need to work backwards. What will happen if you do it badly? What is going to happen? You should make a note of it. And it is very important for you to, understand and work on the kind of, what should I say, the kind of look what you want to have through, the way you want to portray yourself. That's very important. So nervousness means you're not prepared well. Maybe nervous for a lecture, maybe nervous for answering something in class, maybe nervous for submitting some assignment, maybe nervous because results are going to come and you didn't study well, and that is why. So then what is the answer? Study well. It's so simple, right? You should look at it that way. Yeah. Any more questions?
I think there are
Any
no more
questions?
questions. I think I would request Dr. Selvaraj, I think, to add some more points.
Actually, good evening, madam. Very nice talk, comprising taking quotes from so many books and experiences and all that. Really, it was useful to madam, to almost all students, and many of our faculty also enjoyed the series of lecture today. There are many Tamil movies are being like this. One thing I can put it that I தன்னம்பிக்கை ஏதோ something ஒரு small நூலிலைன்னு மாதிரி சொல்லுவாங்க. But majority of us either we have a negative or overconfidence. Very little of confident people we have now. So I think this lecture will boost more confident people than negative people and overconfident people. In this way, it is good, madam. Thanks for your lecture.
Thank you so much, Selvaraj sir. Thank you so much. It's so important that, first of all, I will always tell for all the students and, people, each of us are individual. And I will say life is so beautiful. And we have two choices. Either we can cry and lead this life, or we can enjoy, be happy and lead this life. So we need to always see that, we are happy and enjoying life, so that, we have much more things to enjoy. That's very important. And I have a question here from Sabrish to ask about time management. We are going to have a session soon only on time management, Sabrish. Definitely, hopefully your answers will get answered there. And nevertheless, I'll just probably give you just a small glimpse of time management. Honestly, time management is actually not time management, because time, all of us know, is 24 hours a day. There we don't have any problem, right? But how is Vidyaa going to use that 24 hours, and how is Sabrish going to use that 24 hours? That is the question. So time management is actually self-management. How do I manage myself in the 24 hours I get? That is the question. So how do I do that? Probably you can take a paper and pen and write down what all you want to do first. Now, when you write what all you want to do in that 24 hours, after writing what all you want to do, write how much time will it take to do that job. I do it that way. Now, suppose I had to prepare a presentation. I write down, okay, I have to prepare a presentation. Then I write down how much time do I think I need to prepare this presentation. So I write that next to that. Then I also write down the other work, because it's not only the presentation I'm going to do, right? I have so many other work. So how much time I'm going to spend for each of that. Now, once I have written that, I know where I'm going to fit that time. So if I say I need 2 hours today to prepare this presentation, or I need this 1.5 hours of mine to do a presentation, I have written down in my slot today, 4:30 to 6, I am going to be in TANUVAS. That is my time. I have another lecture today at 7. So from 7 to 8, 8:30, I'll be in that lecture. I've written down that time. Now, in between this, I am a homemaker. I have my work at home. I am a dentist. I did a consultation today for psychotherapy. I did that. So I plan my day so that I have a correct picture of my day yesterday itself for today. I don't sit today morning and write this. I've already done this last night. When I do it like that, it becomes easy for me, because then I will also have some loopholes. What are those loopholes? Maybe I'll check up my WhatsApp message, maybe I'll just sit and have some water or some juice or something like that. Just spend time with myself. Or maybe I'm thinking how to present myself better to TANUVAS students next time. So it depends. So you need time to think. I'm not asking you to fill your calendar, but I'm also telling you that you need to know what you need to do in that 24 hours. That is the way you manage time. So time management is self-management. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Vidya. It was a wonderful session once again by you. And we will meet on 10th of August by 4:30 p.m. That's on Tuesday, to talk more on time management. Thank you so much on behalf of IDP of TANUVAS. I thank all the students and faculty, as well as the speaker, Dr. Vidya Hari. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shankaran. Thank you. And I had a great time today interacting with all of you. Hoping for more such interactions in the next lecture also on the 10th. Take care.